Alright, we're back. Think you can see the table all right? Yep. So this is after I sort it and I put it in these baskets. I take the garden hose because it has a jet feature, so it comes out really hard. And then I go over the tips. Hold it down with my hand and I spray the tips hard so that I can get the first initial wash out of there. And I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. You're not cleaning the wool at this point. You are just opening up those tips with this jet stream and holding the bottom of the lock structure. Sometimes I'll put these in between two pieces of tulle. Depending on what wool I'm doing. Or how much time I want to take to do the fleece. So now, as you can see, we have just opened up all our locks and gotten them much cleaner. So I like to try and flip them at this point and hit the other side. This is just a small amount that we're doing. Usually I have lots of baskets lined up. Doing a little bit more of an amount at a time. Okay. Then I squeeze them like this. Get some water out. Take a salad spinner, only for wool. Throw it in there. This table's not too good. Oh, maybe it will work. Yeah, you know, get some excess water out. Dump the water. Now we're ready for our first wash. And this has come out really good. The first, that's pretty white. Pretty clean. So, that's good. That's why I like to do the extra steps. It takes less time to clean it. We're going to put it in here because this is just a small amount to wash it. Whenever I do a bigger amount, I have like the mother of all spinners right there, and I just wash it inside the spinner. I just dump my wool in there. This is some I did earlier, and I just put the lid on there and let it soak for 20 minutes. That one's just a rinse because I had already washed it. This one we're going to wash. You don't need too much water in there because there's only a tiny bit. But remember, whenever you are washing it, not to just cram it full because you want that water to get in between the wool, get that lanolin out. And dirt and whatever. This has been boiling on the stove. That water's hot. Usually you want your water around, let's say 130 to 150. So you only need enough in there just to get it moving. Then I use this kookaburra wash because this is not heavily laden with wool. Some fleeces, I used regular Dawn dish soap if it's like really, really heavy lanolin. And If it's not your softer, finer wool, you would use just regular Dawn. This has a measuring thing in it. You just squeeze it and it measures. You don't even have to think. Dump it in the water there. I don't agitate it, I just get the soap moving just a little bit. Put the lid on because we want that heat to stay in there. And let it soak for 20 minutes. Then it's going to look like what's coming out of the bucket. Hot, hot, hot. That was hot. And this off to the side. I don't know if you can see in here. Here's the wool that's been soaking. I'm going to go grab a screen real quick. Okay, so I grabbed this screen here because we're going to put it on the screen to dry. I just dumped the water that was in there out, which is hot. So I'll do it someplace you're not going to get burned. Like I have my shoes on and everything, so I'm good. I put my basket back in here because it is a huge salad spinner. Some people take these and do their clothes while they're camping, that type of stuff. They're really very useful. This table drives me crazy. Get moving. Dump all that water out of there. And maybe one more time. They do have many different sizes of these. This one is, I believe, 5 pounds. The salad spinner. But sometimes I'll do like, half a fleece in here, so. It does have a drain spout on it that I have plugged up with this, which I'm probably going to lose one day. Yeah, that's really good. Nice and dry. Still hot from the wash. Then you just take an old screen or whatever and put your wool on it. Open it up, and then you're going to let this dry in the sun. If it's a really sunny day, it'll get done quicker. If it's not sunny, I let them dry on screens in my garage, but during the summer I wash a lot of fleece. for the heat, and I don't gotta take up room in my garage. My husband made me a huge screen thing, which is the sorter. I also use it as a sorter. Just a big rectangle, and stapled a heavy duty screen to it and some supporter bars. And I put it on a couple sawhorses, and that's what I use to sort my fleeces. I put it out here on the sawhorses whenever it's hot. Work out here in the air. Just open this up and lay it on the screen to dry. And that is how we wash it. And it's coming out really, really pretty. Light, fluffy. This process is not for everybody. A lot of people like to just take it after it's done and processed into yarn. I'm going to put this up here on the, you want to make sure that you can get air underneath of it and on top of it. So I just like to leave it there on the railing. And then in 20 minutes, when this is done, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to dump it out, spin it, rinse it, and put it on the screen. Or I'm going to do another rinse to get the soap out. When it comes out this clean after the first wash, you don't need to do another wash if your water's looking very nicey or a little milky. If it's looking really, really gross and yucky, yes, you want to do 2 or 3 washes. It all depends on the wool you're washing. But, alright, thanks for watching, and hit the subscribe button. Bye.